Have you ever seen a goal get canceled because a player's shoulder was offside by just a few centimeters? No lines drawn on TV, no 5-minute delay, just a quick animation and the decision is made. It almost feels like magic, but it isn't. Behind every one of those offside decisions is one of the most advanced pieces of technology ever used in football. So, how does FIFA's semi-automated offside technology actually work? It sounds incredibly complicated, but in the next few minutes, I'll break it down step by step. So by the end, you'll understand exactly what happens, from the moment a pass is made to the final offside decision. Let's find out. To understand the technology, we first need to understand the problem. Offside decisions are incredibly difficult. Not because the rule is confusing, but because humans simply can't see everything at once. An assistant referee has to watch the ball, the attacker, the second last offender, and the exact moment the ball is kicked, all at the same time. Even the best referees can get it wrong, and that's exactly why this technology was created.
Now, here's where it gets interesting. Despite the name, it isn't fully automated. That's why it's called semi-automated offside technology. The computer does most of the work, but the final decision still belongs to the video assistant referee. Think of it as a super fast assistant, not a replacement for the officials. So how does the system know where every player is? The answer is cameras. Lots of them. Around the stadium, FIFA installs multiple special tracking cameras high above the pitch. These aren't normal TV cameras. Their only job is to watch the players. Every second, they track dozens of points on every player's body. Head, shoulders, hips, knees, feet, even the parts of the body that are allowed to score a goal. And they do this dozens of times every single second. Imagine trying to keep track of 22 players at once. The computer never gets tired. But tracking players is only half the story. The system also needs to know exactly when the ball is played. And this is where things become even smarter. Inside the official match ball is a tiny sensor. No, it doesn't know where the goal is, and it doesn't make decisions. It simply sends incredibly precise information about every touch. The exact instant a player kicks the ball is recorded, down to a tiny fraction of a second. That timing is incredibly important, because an offside decision depends on one specific moment, the instant the pass is made. Not one frame before, not one frame after. Exactly that moment. Now, combine those two things together. The cameras know where every player is. The ball sensor knows exactly when the pass happens. The computer combines both pieces of information and instantly creates a complete three-dimensional picture of the play. In theory, that's enough to decide every offside. In practice, football is never that simple. You know the type. A defender leaning forward, an attacker stretching one foot toward the ball, a shoulder barely ahead of the last defender. These situations are almost impossible to judge with the human eye. The technology measures them in just a few seconds. Then the system automatically alerts the VAR team if it detects a possible offside. But here's the part many fans don't realize. The computer doesn't officially award the offside. The VAR officials still review the information. They make sure the correct players were identified. They confirm that the attacker actually became involved in play. Only then is the recommendation sent to the referee. That's why the system is called semi-automated. The technology provides the evidence. Humans make the final decision. And what about those 3D animations you see on television? Those aren't used to decide the offside. The decision has already been made. The animation is simply created afterward, so everyone watching can understand exactly why the goal counted, or why it didn't. Of course, no technology is perfect. The system can tell you whether a player was in an offside position, but it can't judge every part of the rule. Was the player interfering with an opponent? Did they touch the ball? Did they gain an advantage? Those are still football decisions, and football still needs referees for those. So the next time a goal is ruled out by just a few centimeters, remember what actually happened. Dozens of cameras tracked every player's movement. A tiny sensor inside the ball recorded the exact moment of the pass. A computer analyzed everything in seconds, and the VAR team confirmed the final decision. It isn't magic. It isn't guesswork. It's cameras, sensors, computers, and human judgment working together. And as football keeps evolving, don't be surprised if technology becomes even faster, even smarter, and even more accurate. The real question is, will fans ever stop arguing about offside? Probably not. And honestly, football wouldn't be the same if they did. If you enjoy discovering the hidden technology and rules behind the world's biggest sport, subscribe for more videos that explain football beyond what you see on the pitch.